Okay guys, so I'm in the process of wiring my mirrors up here. You can see I've got my running light hooked up and also got the turn signal hooked up, and I'm going to set you down here on the fender. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. But I got the other light hooked up to the backup light. So you can see I've got the one light, the white light, hooked up to the backup lights. It comes on with the backup lights, and it's not a courtesy light. I got a burnt out LED bulb. I need a new one. Getting sick of LED bulbs burning out on me, but that's another subject. So that's what I did there. I figured I'd rather have it as a backup light than a courtesy light. So that's what I did. Okay, so how did I achieve this? Well, first thing I did is I come down here to the front of the truck, and here's a deal here. It's got the parking light, which is brown, and it's got a light blue, which is the turn signal. So I just tapped into these and run a wire up into the cab, and shut everything off here. So I run them two wires up into here, and I just hooked them up to the mirror. This white wire is for the courtesy light, which I have a backup light now. The blue wire is the turn signal, the red arrow, and then this green wire that I ran, this is the one I ran separately, that goes to the amber light in the front. So basically just hooked up the parking light to the green one, turn signal to the blue one, backup lights to the white one, and then I actually just grounded it right here to the door with this black wire with the white stripe. The backup lights, all I did was go into the fuse box. I found the backup fuse and I just tapped into it for now. We'll see how this goes. If I like it as a backup light, I'll probably do something a little more permanent. If I want it to change it back to a courtesy light, I may wire it that way. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how much light I get as a backup light for that thing. So basically, I just gotta tidy up my wires over here, get my door panel back on. I also ran, while I was at it, I ran my wire for my spotlight. I ran everything through this deal right here. And what you got to do here is you got to peel this rubber back and basically run your wires up through here, and then they come out. There's a panel right here, and it comes out just inside this deal here. A tip for getting the wires through this rubber hose is take a piece of wire, and carefully run it up through this hose so you don't tear up the other wires that are in there. And then you tape your wire that you want to run through it to the end of the wire once you get it run through, and you pull it on through, kind of like sewing. You're going to sew that wire up through here, because these wires are pretty thin gauge, so you're not going to be able to force them up in there. So I've almost got this all tidied up now, tied up so it don't get caught by the window or anything. So I'm almost done with this driver's side. I'm going to move on to the passenger side right now. And basically going to do the same thing, only I'm probably going to tap into the same wire that I'm running for the backup lights. I'll probably tap into it underneath the dash and run it over to the passenger side. But for the turn signal and the parking light, I'm gonna tap into the turn signal over there. I'll run the wire up through here, up around here, and you can see I got all my wires running through this factory grommet here. You can see I got my snowplow wire, my lights for the back rack, and all kinds of stuff running through there now. So basically just had to slit that and then push them on through is what I did there. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got for the lighting install here. Should be pretty neat looking once it's all said and done. We will see. I really like the mirrors. This bottom one here really is, I mean, it's really nice. I mean, I can see down below here all the side of the whole bottom of the truck and everything. So it's pretty nice, and I love this turn signals. And then the running lights are kind of neat too. I may eventually turn this into a parking light and a turn signal, but right now I'm just going to do a parking light. That's what the newer trucks have, so that's just what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to stop with the babbling here. I've babbled too much, so I'm going to get this all tidied up. I'm going to move over to the other side and start working on that. Okay, so this side is wired up now. There's all my wires there, tucked in there. I got them down here. Again, I grounded right here. I kind of wanted to show you this piece here. This is when you snap these off. I actually left the rubber on this one because it's really hard to get it back on. And there's my wires running through. And I actually run my turn signal one up out of the boot here. And I went up into the engine bay and straight to the turn signal. And then of course I got the white wire, the backup wire, run down along the dash, and it goes into the same backup wire that runs the other light. So this is actually ready to go back in, and it just snaps back. You can hear it snap. That just snaps back like that. I put a little loom on that wire so you can't really notice it back there. I got a snap back on. There's a piece that snaps on here. The clip fell off to put that back on. I gotta get my sill back on, door panel back on, and then I'll get some we'll get some shots of this thing with the lights working, I guess. So I'll be back in a second. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.